how to play Pokemon Go for those newbies out there. How to get started in 2022. The story. When we started our channel and kindly asked our friends and family to subscribe, some of them didn't have a clue of what Pokemon was. And some were interested in starting playing. Yes, looking at you, Fishen. So, here we go. Niantic's most popular augmented reality app and an entry into Android's best games, Pokemon Go is still going strong. The app has been around since 2016, and we are still gifted with updates adding new Pokemon features and events to catch up to the franchise. Impressively, generating over $6 billion since the game's launch. There's plenty of incentive to keep the app going for new and returning trainers, even years after its debut. It's never too late to get into Pokemon Go, despite it coming out years earlier. So, how to catch a wild Pokemon. When you open up your app, Pokemon spawn around your in-game avatar. Any activity from walking and incense will cause more Pokemon to appear nearby. You can catch any Pokemon in your vicinity by tapping on the Pokemon of choice. Catching a wild Pokemon in Pokemon Go is a bit different than previous Pokemon games. You no longer have to send out your Pokemon to knock down the wild Pokemon's health to increase the odds of catching it. Instead, catching depends on your throwing technique, the items you use, and your Pokeball of choice. If your assigned buddy's friendship level is high enough, your buddy may also randomly assist you in helping catch wild Pokemon. To catch a wild Pokemon, simply tap on the Pokemon nearby and then watch for the transition battle screen. Select your Pokeball and then use your finger to straight or curveball toss your Pokeball at the wild Pokemon. You'll see a circle. Aim to hit inside that circle. So, how can you increase your odds of catching the Pokemon? Using berries helps to increase the odds of catching a wild Pokemon. Start by selecting the berry type. Berries are on the left side of the screen, and then tap on the berry. Berries are broken down into 3 types. We have Namib berries resembling bananas that will settle the Pokemon down for moving on your screen, making it easier to aim your Pokeball. Raspberries increase the chance the Pokemon stays in the ball. The golden raspberries are the most powerful version of raspberries, but much tougher to acquire. We recommend saving those for Pokemon raids to catch those legendaries. Pineapple berries, resembling pineapples, double the candy you earn from catching the wild Pokemon. Silver pineapple berries will increase the earned candy, and they are tougher to acquire. So, what does this mean? Use nanip berries and raspberries to assist your catching. You can only make use of 1 berry at a time until you've depleted your tries with the berry status. Selecting raspberries are for wild Pokemon that are more, wild in moving across the screen, such as shadow Pokemon, while raspberries are generally helpful to catch any Pokemon. The other method for increasing your odds is perfecting how you throw your Pokeballs. Depending on how you interact with the Pokemon's hitbox, your throw can land in 3 locations. We've broken down the types of throws and how to get there. Nice throws. The hitbox of your throw aligns with the largest hitbox. These types of throws are the most forgiving and the easiest to master. Great throws aligns with a medium circle throw relative to the Pokemon's hitbox. The second easiest throw and most common to land for intermediate level play. Excellent throws, the most difficult to land because they have the smallest circle relative to the Pokemon's hitbox. It takes a lot of practice to land excellent throws, but you can consistently land them on Pokemon with larger hitboxes. But overall, it may require some luck to get the timing right. An essential modifier for your throwing technique is using a curveball throw. Landing curveball throws will significantly increase your chances of catching a Pokemon. You can curveball throw any of the 3 throw types, but be aware that it might be challenging to land an excellent curveball throw. So we recommend just working on consistently learning nice and great curveball throws to up your odds significantly. Don't be afraid to use a raspberry while doing it to really up those chances. To begin mastering curveball throws, spin your Pokeball on screen and wait for the size of the circle to align with the Pokemon's hitbox. We recommend practicing nice and great curveball throws with Pokemon with larger hitboxes. Now, another essential part to playing Pokemon Go are Pokestops and gyms. Pokestops are landmarks players visit to get free items. Once you spin for items at a stop, wait 5 real-time minutes to spin again. You can do this infinitely if you have lots of time on your hands. Plan outings at parks and set up shop next to a Pokestop. You can install lure modules to attract wild Pokemon at a Pokestop for 30 minutes. Freebies that you can expect from spinning Pokestops are berries, eggs, field research, Pokeballs, potions, stamps, and revives. How to spin a Pokestop. Find a nearby Pokestop. The circle radius around your avatar needs to be close enough to the Pokestop to interact. Tap on the Pokestop icon on your map while in the app. Select the photo disc and swipe in one direction to stimulate spinning. Repeat until the items appear. Collect items by tapping on your screen. The Pokestop turns purple after being used and later turns blue when it's ready for another spin. Now about gyms. Like Pokestops, gyms are another landmark players can visit after reaching trainer level 5. While you're at gyms, you can spin and partake in gym battles. Essentially, you can place your Pokemon at a gym to get you Pokecoins. You can only do this if there's enough space for your Pokemon in the gym, or if you defeat the opposing faction's Pokemon to take over the gym. Sometimes special events like raids can be encountered at the gym. Any gym activity gets put on hold while the raid happens. You'll know a raid is about to happen once you see an egg above the gym, like on the picture up here. What to buy with your Pokecoins? As previously mentioned, acquiring Pokecoins in Pokemon Go may take some time to build up, depending on how often you visit gyms nearby and if those gyms are fully occupied or if they are not occupied by your allegiance, meaning if you are Team Instinct and perhaps they are Team Valor in the gym. If your alliance controls the gym, you cannot place more Pokemon in the gym if it has reached maximum capacity, which is 6 Pokemon. Items to prioritize for beginners. Your Pokemon storage. When you start the game, you only have a cap of 200 places for Pokemon, which is not nearly enough. So if you do manage to get some Pokecoins, make sure you save some of those to open up more storage. Your item bag, the second one, also 200 places when you start off. Remote raid passes, 100 coins for 1 pass, 300 coins for 3 remote raid passes. Remote raid passes allow you to join a raid from the comfort of your home anywhere in the world. Egg incubators are also good items to spend those Pokecoins on. A normal egg incubator costing 150 coins and a super incubator 200 coins. Now, if you are hard pressed to obtain Pokecoins, we recommend using them only on Pokemon storage and item bags. Niantic is constantly updating the game to add more Pokemon and special or limited editions of Pokemon, so it becomes tough to manage your Pokemon. Item space fills up quickly, especially if you visit Pokestops daily, open friend gifts daily, or cash in on your research task rewards. The last options are to buy more luxurious add-ons, remote raid passes if you participate in raids remotely, and egg incubators if you want to hatch more eggs simultaneously. Another part of Pokemon Go is the battling. Outside of catching wild Pokemon, you'll battle against NPCs in raids and against other trainers. Your Pokemon teams will change depending on the content you're targeting. Essentially, some Pokemon are better against PvE content over PvP and vice versa. Ultimately, you'll have to raise your Pokemon's CP, evolve, and arrange their moveset if you want to become victorious while battling. Each Pokemon offers 2 attacks to use in battle, a fast attack and a charge attack. Fast attacks are performed by tapping on the screen while generating energy for the charge attacks. Charge attacks require tapping a button to unleash once you've met the required energy. Pokemon can have more than one charged move, totaling 3 moves at a time, but that requires a lot of investment to unlock and, unfortunately, a ton of Stardust. Some charge attacks cost less to fill up than others, but are weaker in power. And some fast moves are more efficient in generating energy, which also trades for less power. Here's a helpful tip. You're better off re-rolling your moves using TMs to create a synergistic moveset instead of spending resources to unlock a second charged attack. I wish I'd known this before I bought a whole bunch of second attacks for my Pokemon. Now, about raiding. Raiding happens when an egg hatches at a gym. You must use a raid pass, either a remote or a regular, to challenge a raid. Common raids are split into types: normal, rare, mega rare, and legendary, where each raid spawns a higher tier boss based on type. Normal raids spawn tier 1, rare spawns tier 2, etc. The higher the tier, the more challenging the raid boss ends up being, and it may require a lot more muscle power from your Pokemon team and other trainers around you. So if you are going to challenge a higher tier raid, it would be better to make sure you coordinate with a group of friends or other trainers before the time. A very nice part of Pokemon Go that they added was Team Rocket and Shadow Pokemon. As you become more comfortable with batting NPCs, you may encounter Team Rocket balloons or at your local Pokestops. Team Rocket encounters are a bit different than regular NPC battling. You fight against Shadow Pokemon, which are more powerful versions than regular Pokemon. You'll face off against Team Rocket grunts, leaders, and Giovanni if you have a Super Rocket radar and you have met all of the conditions set for the task in Pokemon Go. At the end of these battles, you can earn a Shadow Pokemon if you catch it successfully. Again, you can refer back to our notes on how to use your berries efficiently to help you catch those shadow Pokemon. Now, what does shadow Pokemon mean? How does this play up against regular Pokemon? Shadow Pokemon all have the same charged move known as frustration. You cannot override frustration unless you purify your Pokemon or change the move with a TM during special events, which only occurs a few times a year, and Niantic usually gives us a bit of a heads up there. The advantages of keeping a shadow version of a Pokemon are how hard the fast attacks hit compared to the regular Pokemon, and inherently having a potentially higher CP and IV. The downside is they take more damage due to having lower defense scaling. If you have high IV shadow Pokemon and legendaries, do not purify your Pokemon. Chances are it will be stronger than the regular version. Remember that you can save your TMs to remove frustration when those special events go live. Giovanni and the Team Rocket leaders. By default, you battle Team Rocket grunts until you've acquired the items needed to summon out the Team Rocket leaders and Giovanni in exceptional cases. Every time you defeat a grunt, you'll earn a mysterious component. Combining 6 of these is enough to create a Rocket Radar. Using the Rocket Radar will summon a Team Rocket leader in your subsequent encounter. Note that the leaders and Giovanni are much more challenging to face than the previous grunts. So prepare Pokemon with the appropriate typings and high CP to take those baddies out. Farming candy and experience points efficiently. Part of the fun is seeing your stable of Pokemon grow. Pokemon can't evolve without using candies, stardust, items, and sometimes they even need to meet unique conditions. Neglecting your trainer level is a big no-no. The best goodies come from the leveling rewards you earn as you level up. How to farm candies. Walking your Pokemon buddy is how you earn a candy. The distance in kilometers isn't fixed. It's based on your assigned buddy. For example, a tier 1 Pokemon will take 1 kilometer to earn a candy. Tier 2, 3 kilometers. Tier 3, 5 kilometers. And a tier 4, which is a legendary Pokemon, like for example a Mewtwo, will take 20 kilometers of walking with your buddy before you can earn the candy. Navigate to your buddy's page and check under walking progress to find which tier your Pokemon falls under. In general, the distance is tied to a Pokemon's rarity. Legendary Pokemon fall under tier 4. Keep in mind that walking your legendary Pokemon is inefficient. Just use rare candies instead, which again can be obtained by doing raids. How to assign a new Pokemon buddy. Head over to your buddies page and tap on Swap Buddies. Tap Yes to confirm swapping out your buddy. Scroll through your list or use the search function to find your new Pokemon. Tap on your new Pokemon and now you have a new buddy. Farming trainer experience. Trainer levels 1 to 4, and this is the data found from the Sylph Road. Trainer levels 1 to 10 require 165,000 XP points. Going from levels 11 to 20 requires 1,195,000 XP points. Levels 21 to 30 requires 9,300,000 XP points. Levels 31 to 40 require 84 million XP points. So there's definitely a lot of farming that needs to be done if you want to level up. Now, tips to ease trainer experience farming. Make friends on Pokemon Go and send gifts daily. You gain 100,000 XP for reaching best friends. Pop a lucky egg and you'll receive double. Coordinate with a couple of friends and it's limitless. Save your lucky eggs. Use lucky eggs during XP rate up events. Niantic isn't that generous to frequently hand out lucky eggs, so use them sparingly and smartly. Participate in Community Day. Catching Community Day Pokemon offers perks including XP rates ups. A lot of the Community Days offer 3 times XP, so if you pop a lucky egg and it's during Community Day, you can earn up to 8,000 XP points for a single excellent throw when catching a Pokemon. And then just play the game. Just about anything gets you XP. Hatching eggs, new Pokedex entries, catching Pokemon, battling in gyms, and more. Practicing space management. Let's be honest, Niantic does a good job incentivizing players to upgrade space early, only having access to 350 bag space. Effectively, 348 is on the cheap end. Don't be fooled. You won't need to buy any upgrades on day 1, and since some items can be disposed of, you can easily clear out some space. Eventually, you acquire Pokecoins for upgrades, but pre-level 20 trainers shouldn't feel rushed to do so. Item management. Consistent item management is a good skill to have in every game. The below list is made up of commonly collected items. If your item is not on the list, do not throw it away. Berries, raspberries, pineapple berries, nana berries. Regular Pokeballs. Potions and super potions, as well as regular revives. You're not done yet either. Clearing your item bag is only one step. Pokemon storage management is next. You only have 300 storage bases to work with. Even with 700 plus Pokemon to catch, Niantic does a good job controlling the spawns every week, meaning you won't be filling your Pokedex in a single sitting. Catching new Pokemon takes time. However, managing your many duplicates is another story. Your storage fills up fast if you keep catching Pokemon unfiltered. Prioritize checking quality and rarity when filtering your catches. Sometimes it's heartbreaking to toss away some of your favorites, even if their CP is low and you already have too many duplicates to justify holding a spot. Your starter will likely fit these criteria as you become a more experienced trainer. Let's look at how to appraise our Pokemon. Head to the Pokemon's page and tap the 3 horizontal lines. Tap on Appraise, and this opens the dialogue with the professor. The next dialogue page shows 3 categories: attack, defense, and HP. To get the best IV, it needs 3 stars, and all 3 lines have to be read. That is what we call a hundo. Check for shiny Pokemon. If you are anything like me, then you will collect as many shiny Pokemon as you possibly can. The 3-star symbol under CP indicates the Pokemon is a shiny. Shiny Pokemon are harder to get, so keep them if you can. As part of any Pokemon game, you must complete your Pokedex. Entries are filled out after you catch, hatch, and evolve your Pokemon. We have a few tips when it comes to completing your Pokedex. Spin Pokestops daily. Sometimes you'll acquire an egg. Always place an egg in an incubator. Niantic gives us 1 incubator with unlimited uses, so you'll always be able to have 1 egg hatching. Go on daily walks to hatch your eggs. Catch lots of Pokemon, even if it's just to collect the candy. Join raids to catch legendaries. Complete research tasks to receive Pokemon. Farm candy while on Community Day and evolve your Pokemon. Play Pokemon Go monthly to keep up to date on new Pokemon releases. Another great asset to Pokemon Go is research tasks. Research task rewards can be very handy for your account. You can get higher quality Pokemon, meaning better IVs, higher rarity items, and lots of XP or Stardust. Stop procrastinating on your research tasks. Some are limited time only and others have multiple steps to them. Pay attention to the type so you can plan ahead. There are also different types of research tasks. Field research tasks can be obtained from a Pokestop. During the COVID pandemic, Niantic also added a free daily task that you are able to complete from home, as people were not able to go out and spin Pokestops back then. So if you feel like you are going to be stuck at home, not able to spin for a task, at least you have your one free task from Niantic. A special research task, this will be Professor Willow's tasks. Timed research, which is limited time special research, you will usually find that on the left side of your task screen. These will have limited time to complete, and once the time is up, even if you've completed those tasks, if you didn't claim them, unfortunately you will lose them. So learn from my experience. And then lastly, you also get level up research. As soon as you reach trainer level 40 and up, you will get special tasks to complete. Very important if you're going to play Pokemon Go seriously is to develop a routine. At the end of the day, Pokemon Go thrives on the sense of progression. If you aren't doing activities daily or weekly, you just don't get the most out of playing. What you choose to do is entirely subjective. The figuring out what you enjoy the most in Pokemon Go is part of the experience. Are you an avid Pokemon collector, a PvP or PvE battle addict, or maybe you're a research task completionist? There are many hats to wear and the choice is yours. Follow the approach below if you aim for a balanced experience. Check on your buddy. Do tasks for your buddy to get hearts. Not like me, I've been trying to complete 30 days in a row for almost 5 months. Check your daily 7 months, oh my word. Check your daily research task to get a stamp. Go catch a wild Pokemon that appears near you. Send and open gifts regularly. Work on special research and limited time research tasks. Turn on Adventure Sync and go for a short walk. Spin a Pokestop and put Pokemon in a nearby gym if possible. How to turn on Adventure Sync? Open the main menu, tap onto the settings at the top. Under settings, scroll until you see Adventure Sync. Make sure it has a green check mark beside it. Adventure Sync is now turned on. Turning on Adventure Sync means any steps you take without having the app open will count towards steps later on. This is great when you can't actively play, as you can still progress while doing other things. Like, for example, when I'm coaching, I have my cell phone in my pocket. When I get home, I normally have an egg ready to hatch. Over time, your routine may change and tailor what you can do that day. Always check ahead when special events are happening so you don't miss out. That brings us to the end of our Pokemon 101 video. A lot of information, but at least you can always go back if you feel like you missed something. Remember, the most important part of the game is to have fun and do so safely. Pokemon Go is for everyone. It does not matter whether you are a collector, a battler, or whatever the case may be. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and drop a comment below. The most important thing to remember is to have fun. Pokemon Go offers a lot of chances and opportunities to meet new people and make new friends. We've made friends all over the world, and we hope you guys are watching. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you in the next one. Cheers.